Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 2 of Crusader Kings 2 with the Reaper's Due DLC and also playing with the Conclave DLC that I've never played with before. I'm going to go ahead and start by unpausing the game. We're also going to increase the speed as well because we're at that early stage where not an awful lot of stuff goes on. I don't think we really need to see these message rules, do we? Message rules, no, go away. What do we need to see on here though? Characters of special interest, probably. So there's definitely some wars going on. Nothing that we're directly a part of at the moment. What we want to do is move our Chancellor as soon as we can. 3rd of July, we'll be able to move him. And we want to go and fabricate some claims somewhere. Why has that actually disappeared? Let's go and check that again. Ah, it is. There we go. So we want to fabricate claims on where? Do you have any pacts? You have a non-aggression pact with your wife. You only have 311,000 men. I have significantly more than that. So let's go and fabricate on you. So we'll go ahead and we'll take our Chancellor. You're going to fabricate claims over here. Only a 10% chance per year of it happening, which is not great. Can we put that other guy on the council yet? No, it's still not appearing in my list for some reason. Maybe it's because he was recently fired. What is his name? His name is Auxerre. A-U-X-E-R-R-E. A-U-X. Yeah, it just doesn't appear in the list. And I can't understand why that might be. Does he appear on any list? No, he does not. So I would assume that maybe there's some... Because I removed him, maybe we have to wait for that to go away. So what have we got here? Theodoric wanted to learn to whistle. After trying for a while, he asked me, how come you can do it? It's easy, you can do it. He may be game brooding. So either way, he may game brooding. Doesn't really matter which one we pick. Many things seem to trouble this child, so he is now brooding. Gives him +1 intrigue, though, so it might not be a terrible thing. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully we do get this claim. What duchy is that part of? So that's part of the Bourbon duchy. So there's 3... I mean, there's no duke here. There's literally 3 counts. So we could potentially try and grab all 3 of those. Well, we could fabricate on 2 of them, grab 2 counties and form the duchy. We could also try and get Auvergne and Givaudan. That would be useful. Collected a tithe. That is nice. So we could build a hospital now, and I think we're going to do that. I think that's one of the very first things we're going to do. Is we're going to go in here and we're going to go and build a hospital. Because when these diseases start breaking out, and there aren't any yet, you'll know when there's an epidemic of something because you'll see like a little flag with a skull down here underneath my character portrait. And when these diseases start to pop up, then there are real problems. I don't know if there are any at the moment. There's an epidemics map mode now. If we go and have a look, you can see there currently are no epidemics, none that we know about. So that is fine. So let's go and keep our eye on what's going on, basically. We just need to try and fabricate a claim. That's the sort of important thing right now. If we can get that claim going, we might have a chance of doing something. Ideally, what we want to be able to do is change our inheritance law if we can. We don't have the option to change any of them because one of our vassals has a negative opinion of us. So until we get that negative opinion modifier away, we can't even change that anyway. I'm hoping once his recently fired modifier goes, we might be able... Oh, his name's not Auxerre, that's the province. What an idiot. His name is Erinold. But I still didn't see him in the list. Yeah, he's not in the list at all, so I don't know. But we'll wait until that recently fired goes away, which will be on the 1st of January 771. So in another 6 months' time, once that's gone away, we'll see if we can then give him a seat on the council again. But I prefer him to be my marshal. He will be a terrible marshal. He's wounded. So he's got -1 martial, -1 health, and -1 personal combat skill. And he's also lustful as well. But at least if I put him on as martial, it'll sort of keep him happy. I could try and revoke his title if I wanted to. And revoke title. Must have 0 prestige, which he has. We don't have the title revocation law. Target cannot be the title cannot be the target or justification for any ongoing war. Yes, we can't actually do that anyway. Okay, that is fine. We're still not quite up to 771 yet, so we'll have to wait for that. I know I'm playing on a pretty slow speed, but like I said, I'm still at that point where I'm just trying to remember what I am doing. We've seen this event before. This isn't something new. The Fingers of St. John the Baptist discount price for boxes of 10. A bishop brings to your attention that false relics are being sold at market for great profits. They do, of course, generate a lot of commerce and taxes, but still it's rather immoral and blasphemous. Crack down on the criminals. We lose some gold, gain some piety, and temple vassal opinion goes up. Or we could lose some temple vassal opinion, or we could gain some gold. We'll just crack down on the criminals. Start getting our piety up as and where we can. Let's look at our technology. Can we actually spend anything at the moment? No, we cannot. We have shut the gates is something that you can do now as well when there is an epidemic. If you shut the gates, it basically reduces the chance that the infection will get to you, but at the same time it really reduces your diplomacy because you are in seclusion. Give your assistance to your liege to manage his recently acquired titles and hand them out to new holders in his realm. Interesting. So that'd be quite useful. You can decide who gets titles. Promote commanders. Most of this stuff is stuff we've already seen before. We probably need to do these things at some point. Like to go on a grand hunt or hold a summer fair. The grand hunt has to be done when now? It has to be before November. So we need to wait till May and we can do the summer fair. Oh, we managed to get some tech. Very nice. Not enough to actually do anything useful with, but still. So there's December. We're almost into 771, and then we might be able to put that guy back on the council. That's kind of what I'm planning and hoping for, if it'll work. Is that hospital built already? It is. That was quite quick. So as you can see, the disease resistance is 0% and depopulation protection is minor. However, if we actually click on it, you can see that we can build all of these other things. Now, these things are stupidly expensive, but these are the things that give you disease resistance. So we'll have to build some of those as time goes on. One child lacks a focus. Again, let's go with struggle. I do quite like that one. And one children lacks an education focus. So you now want a... what did you come out with? I think we'll give you a military focus. Now, what have you got? You're playful and brooding and curious. Children will do better with this. Rowdy and willful children will do better with this education, while timid children and idolizers will be tampered. Brooding. You're playful, though. Affectionate, you are curious, so we could actually go for diplomatic with you. Let's go for diplomacy with you, then. You should do better with that. Let's make sure we unpause. Now, if we look at this guy now, he's still going to dislike me. He doesn't dislike me as much because that recently fired thing has gone away. Let's see if we can put him back on the council now. Yes, so if they're recently fired, you can't just rehire them. So we'll put him on the council. You are going to train troops in Dijon, so that now means that all of our vassals should be happy with us. So if we did want to go and change the law, seniority. Succession by seniority. Succession by elective gavelkind. What we really want is, I think it's primogeniture. I think that's the one that we want. It's not coming up and telling me which one it does. I'm sure that's the one that we want, but why can't we pick that? Vice royalty. Yeah, because gavelkind is just an absolute pain. I mean, we could go for seniority. Could go for elective monarchy. Which wouldn't be a bad idea, but you do really have to keep everybody happy to keep that working. But it does stop your titles being all split up. So, I don't know, we'll keep our eye on that one. Recently I have noticed the pitiful state of my son, Adalem. I have just been informed that the cause of his aches and fatigue is a case of the flu. So I can pray to God that he will recover, or sickness and death await us all. Stop pestering me. No, we'll pray to God. We still don't have a court physician yet. It might be actually worth having a look through our court. Where's the court physician title? Have a look through our court and see if we've got anyone who is a physician. You're a genius, but you're no physician. So we can appoint somebody as a physician. You're a genius. Why don't we... Oh, you're in Rome, so... No, we definitely need to get a physician. Almost wish I'd have brought that witch on board now. We still haven't managed to do this yet. If my opinion ruled, the world would be more chaotic but fun place. If I keep following the laws, the world would have less chaos but be less fun. So let my rule begin. So we could become arbitrary, which we don't want, or we could become just. Well, let's become just. Treating people fairly and providing justice is my duty. I have gained the just trait. Word has reached you of a steward in a foreign realm who is of masterful skill and handles his tasks with ease. Seeing as your own abilities are often doubted by the rest of the council, perhaps you should write a letter to this Prince Abd al-Rahman of the Umayyad Sultanate and ask for his advice. So if we were to do that, what would happen? Doesn't say. Why bother? We lose prestige. Yeah, we'll write to him, see what happens. To the just Duke Theodoric, I agree to lend you advice on how to serve on the council more effectively. Along with this letter, I have enclosed a book with which treats my own experience as a steward. I hope its contents will serve you well. Now, what you've got to remember is this is my ability on the King's Council, on my Liege's Council, because I am the King's Liege. So this gives me 2 stewardship instantly. Brilliant. That's fantastic. So my stewardship is now 12. So that's a nice little event. Glad that we got that. Once again, I've forgotten to do the feast, but we can go ahead and do a... Why can't we do the feast? Oh, the month has to be at least November. It's only April now, so we haven't missed the summer fair. Don't know what date I was looking at. I think I was looking at this pop-up here. Hold a summer fair. Costs us a little bit of money, but it's always good to try and get your prestige up. I had invited a monkey trainer to the summer fair, and the performance went well until one of the monkeys refused to ride on top of a pig. The trainer beat the monkey with a stick and led the other monkeys to attack the trainer, biting him and hitting him with his own stick. Someone should do something. 10% chance that we become stressed, or here's your money, I don't ever want to see you again. We gain some more prestige at the cost of a little bit of gold. Well, we don't want to become stressed. Getting some prestige is nice, even if it is going to cost us a little bit of gold to do it. We're not making a huge amount of gold. In fact, the amount of gold that we're making is pretty pitiful. Under pressure from powerful faction, King Carlemagne of Middle Francia has agreed to increase the power of the council. Okay, so the council has more power to decide things now. There was something that I wanted to look at that I can't remember what it was now. I still struggle sometimes finding my way around these... is it here? Is it under the duchy? Yeah. So we're making 23.5 ducats per year, which is not really a lot, to be honest. Mummers are singing outside the townhouses while slowly moving towards my castle. Summer fair suddenly felt less pleasant as the mummers, clad in strange clothes, went from door to door singing and frightening the small children. So we can basically do nothing. Which gives us some revolt risk for a couple of years. Or we can welcome them in, and we get 10 piety, but our son's opinion of us changes by -10 for 2 years, because he despises gregarious. Or we can have a 25% chance of becoming gregarious ourselves. Sure, let's do that. We didn't get it, at least I don't think we did. No, we didn't, but at least there was no negative penalty to doing that either. So that's not too bad. So we haven't managed to get our wife knocked up yet. We still also haven't managed to fabricate that claim yet. The peddlers are loading their wares and merchants are taking down their stalls. The jugglers, strolling players and the other entertainers are preparing to leave. The summer fair is over for this year. It was great while it lasted. There's another 10 prestige. Still not quite as much as we would like. Let's go up another speed. I don't want to really run at the highest speed, but... My liege, my work in Bourbon seems to have come to fruition. By bribing, cajoling, extorting, threatening and forging documents, I have managed to fabricate a claim on the county of Bourbon, presently held by Count Robert of Bourbon. I leave it up to you whether to use it or not, your humble chancellor. So it's going to cost me 34 ducats, which I don't have, and I'd lose 100 prestige. I think what we need to do is borrow some money, because we don't have any. So let's borrow some money from the Jewish merchants. We're not going to expel them. But we'll go ahead and do that. So now we have that CB. Let's just pause up, slow things down. Just double check to make sure he doesn't have anything going on. He still only has 344 soldiers. We have a lot more than that. Let's just have a look at what we could raise up. So yeah, even if we just raise up our vassal levies, it should be more than he has. He still, I don't believe, has any pacts, only a non-aggression pact. We want to start work on La Marche next as well. You're relatively weak also, so let's go ahead and take our Chancellor. And you are going to fabricate claims now in Marche. So we're going to go ahead and declare war on this guy. Declare war. Now we have to get the council to agree. We want to claim Bourbon even. No, the council don't have to agree on this one because we haven't given the council power yet. So what you can do is you can hit this... where is it? It's under intrigue, I think. No, it's somewhere. Is it under laws? Council. Yeah, you can empower the council. And then you can decide who is able to do those things, basically. So whether they can revoke titles, grant titles, execute, declare war, imprison, or banishment, who it is that has that choice. Well, we're not empowering the council yet, which is good, because it means we can do these things without having to rely on them. So we want to declare a war on you to claim Bourbon, and we are going to send. And then we are going to raise our vassal levies first. I don't think we want to raise our own levies because that would cost us money. So we want to sort of move everyone in together. He's trying to move some units all into one spot, which is a little bit worrying. Where is he heading into? Avern. Where are you going? I'm sort of moving into Charlemagne. Might have to raise our own levies, actually. We could do with speeding things up a little bit here. As long as we can get all of our troops together in one spot, we might be alright. Wow, he actually started there with a lot more power than I did. Let's go ahead and raise our personal levy as well. Because that's probably what he's done, which is why he's got so much power there. So we'll just basically move everybody in. We do need commanders in these armies, which is half of what the problem is. Where's my main army? We seriously don't have any commanders that are available. I don't think we're going to get there in time. 23rd of September. That's like... oh no, we did actually arrive. You're still working your way in there as well. So I'm assuming that there are some commanders in there somewhere. Although I don't know how we're still getting the snot kicked out of us, considering the difference in manpower there. We need to try and get all of our army together here. Let's all come back and try and sit in his territory. So this is that shattered retreat thing, which you can turn off, because it's a little bit of a pain. So what we want to try and do is bring everything back. So you guys group together. You're going to move down here. You're still retreating. You are going to come over here and then move down there. You can do the same thing. You'll probably just keep them busy. You're still running away. So we'll get everybody over here in his province. Get them all together. Put the commanders in charge. Then we'll go and attack. So that siege is going to go quite quickly, but we'll bring everybody down. Let's speed the game up a little bit now. He's already got 32% war score. We are actually involved in another war with the Umayyad, but I don't think we need to worry too much about that. We don't even have enough men here to siege this down, but once we get everybody in, I think we'll just go in and attack him. I want to sort of try and chase him down if we can. New important decisions available. Recruit court physician. Okay, let's see if we can find another one. If we have to take a witch again, then so be it. Right, we've got double the numbers here, so let's group you all together. This is... We are still short a commander, really? Can we not have any more commanders? Minor titles, just show commanders. Apparently we've got 4. Well, one is the Chancellor. Oh well, we'll give it a go. We've got double the numbers, so we should be alright. We won't be taking a river crossing penalty either, so... An envoy from the city of Surma arrived with news regarding your search for a physician. The envoy told you of a promising medical student named Magnerick. The young man managed to save the life of one of the daughters of an important local trader not long ago, and apparently she only lost an eye in the process. Coercing him to join your court would be an easy task. Can we see what he has got? He's a renowned physician. Very good. So we have to pay him 10 ducats. Sure. So let's bring you in. And you are going to be... where are we? Council, minor titles, court physician. Oh, he hasn't accepted yet, that's why. So, oh, seduction in the wild. My courtier, Adolis, has just informed me that the Count Tierden of Nevers tried to recruit her in a scheme to seduce my wife. Bastard, the randy goat. My opinion of him will change for a while. I have to keep our eye on these schemes, actually. Right, this is a battle that we should hopefully win. Stop him from getting this siege done. And he'll lose significant numbers in this because it was all one big group to palm me. And he's going to move in one group, so we'll try and chase him down. Let's look at the intrigue. There is a potential threat. Increased power in Burgundy, so they're trying to get the... I think they're actually trying to get the council to have more power. And what about plots? There are no known plots at the moment. So this is why we could have potentially turned off Shattered Retreat, because it makes it easier to try and grab these people. My wife is pregnant, but I was away, wasn't I? Doubt besets me. Right, well, before we go any further, I think it's a good point to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2 with the Reapers Do. And I will see you next time. So until then, goodbye for now.